Hi, my name is Riya. Welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing like a book haul of thrifted books, discounted books, and books I got online. I haven't really done a sit-down video like ever, but I'm obsessed with watching book hauls and booktube. So here are my books. Without further ado. So my favorite genre is science fiction, without a doubt. So I picked up a couple science fiction books. The first one I picked up was Artemis by Andy Weir, same author who wrote The Martian. The way The Martian is based on Mars and the difficulties of living on Mars. Artemis is about the moon and a moon base called Artemis, and the main character is part of this ring of criminals, and she has to figure out how to operate from within the moon. There's a lot of drama and like high-speed action. Really good book so far. I haven't finished it, but excellent book. I got this one from Books A Million, and I got a discounted price because there's like a little thing on the cover. If you can tell, it's just barely a mark, but I got it for $5.97. So excellent book, excellent steal, love it. The second science fiction book I got is called Gothic, A Dying Planet, and this one is literally so cool. So basically it's a collection of contemporary and classic short stories about the apocalypse and ways that writers in the past and present have imagined that our future would look like should a catastrophe occur. It has stories from Jack London to Clark Smith and modern authors as well. And this one I haven't started reading yet, but literally look at the cover. It's so beautiful, and I got this one at a discounted price as well. I don't see anything wrong with it, but I got it for $5.97 as well from Books A Million. And yeah, I'm gonna start reading this one next. The third science fiction book is this one. It's called Mostly Void, Partially Stars. And if you know the podcast Night Vale, excellent podcast, would recommend if you're into like creepy paranormal mysteries. It's like they're short stories in the podcast, and you get to listen about a town called Night Vale. This book is basically that, but written in a book, and it's about a slice of life in a small rural town. It's called Night Vale, and all these paranormal things occur. You don't know what's causing them, but all these stories lead up to something. So excellent book. It's honestly reminds me just of the podcast. Really, really good. Also got this one from Books A Million, and this one is full price, but so worth it. Okay, last science fiction book is The 100 by Cass Morgan. So if you don't know what The 100 is, it's a TV show on the CW, 7 seasons long, and literally the best TV show ever made, and that's not my opinion, it's a fact. The 100 is about these kids who come to the ground after World War III, and they lived up in a spaceship their entire life. They have to figure out if the Earth is survivable and how to live it, and every season a new crisis occurs. Honestly, so amazing. I heard the book is not like the show. I'm really excited to read this book though, because the two characters in the show who everyone wants to get together since season 1 and still haven't get together in the book, and I just really want to read that. And yeah, this one I also got at a discounted price. This one I believe was $3.23, and that's because there's like a tiny mark right here. But literally it doesn't matter. Beautiful book, can't wait to read it. Okay, that was all for sci-fi. This is YA books. So everyone knows the Legend trilogy. If you don't, it's the series by Marie Lu. So I picked up the second and the third book as well as the fourth, which was a sequel to the series itself. I didn't pick up Legend, the first book, because I actually ordered these off of Amazon. Sorry, I know, Jeff Bezos, I hate him too, but you gotta do what you gotta do. So Legend hasn't come in the mail yet, but the other 3 have. So this one's Prodigy, the second book. The first 2 books, Legend, Prodigy, as well as Champion, are all based around these 2 characters named Day and June. So this book was framed in a way that you get to see both sides of the two main characters' lives, as well as their same interactions but different viewpoints of the action. So Prodigy was really good. The third book is called Champion. And when you read this book, make sure you have a box of tissues next to you, because I didn't and I cried for hours after finishing it. Excellent book, will break your heart, but it is literally so good. I would recommend the series to anybody who's looking for a YA book to start out with. This is what the first book looks like, by the way. This is Legend, and that's Prodigy. You will not be able to put this down, and if you're in a reading slump and don't know what to read, 100% this will always get you in a mood to start reading again. And the fourth book, the one I hadn't read yet, was called Rebel, and I finished it the day that I got it in the mail. The fourth book, however, is based on Day's younger brother's standpoint, which is really interesting. It's a shift in perspective that you wouldn't see in the first three books, because he was not a main character and he was only there as a plot device. However, in this book, you see the effect that that has on his brother Eden, as well as living in the shadow of these two heroes. Literally lifted my spirits so much after Champion. I will not spoil what happens, but be prepared to be happy after this book and let your heart be content. And then the last book I picked up was this book, Emma, by Jane Austen. Did I say Jane Austen? Jane Austen. This one I got for $5.97 from Books A Million as well. And this one, I love the cover of it, first of all, and I heard a lot about this book, as well as the fact that I just finished Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. Let me just grab that really quick. Here it is. So I just finished reading Pride and Prejudice, as well as watching the movie with Keira Knightley on Netflix, and that literally is so good. Like, the whole Mr. Darcy interaction like stole my heart. So this book was amazing. Of course I had to pick up Emma. And yeah, so I can't wait to read this one. I'll be honest, I am not a huge classic literature person. I get so sidetracked and bored with it. However, I'm willing to give it a shot because I liked Pride and Prejudice so much. I think I'm going to like Emma as well. I will keep you updated. So that was all the books that I just got, and also I didn't get these all at once, obviously. I paced myself because books are expensive. So these are just books that I've gotten over quarantine, or I think maybe a month before as well. Quarantine for sure has brought out my middle school reading habits. I am reading like a book a week, which is still not what middle school was, but I didn't read for literally 2 years while in high school, so I'm really glad I'm getting back into reading. I think I'm gonna make my next video on where to get half-price books online and in person. If you would like to see that video, leave a comment. Sorry, that's so basic YouTuber-y, but like, do. And if you want to see book recommendations, I am more than happy to film a book recommendation video. Literally anything you want to see, comment. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Stay safe, stay happy, try reading something new. Leave a comment below if you tried any of these recommendations, and I'll see you next time. Bye, love you. How do I turn this off? Oh my gosh, thumbnail time. Let me do that really quick. I'm gonna drop my books, I know it. Okay, that was so awkward.